Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with another episode of Quest to Legend. The last episode was really good. It was long, you don't have to watch it all. Watch the last two games. There were some pretty sweet-ass games. And in this one, we're going to keep on trucking. I'm actually not making any changes to the deck, but I do want to start looking at this deck list so I can tell you some of my thoughts and, guide perhaps your opinions as you offer your suggestions for improvement in the comments below the video. Last time I experimented with Direwolf Alpha and Tracking, and they both seem alright. Direwolf has actually been pretty good. Tracking was sort of meh. So these are still, though, the two cards I'm most interested in possibly changing. I have not regretted taking away the second starting Buzzard at all. That's been fine. Now, a few folks whose opinions I respect tremendously said to get rid of Explosive Trap. Now, this is a card I'll be looking at. I think it has to stay in as a concession to aggro. And even if it is just 2 mana for 2 damage to the opponent, that's okay sometimes. Sometimes that's what you need. I'm not exactly sure what to put in place of Explosive Trap, but that's where I would be very interested to hear your thoughts. Do you think that Explosive Trap should be removed? And if so, what card should go in its place? Let me actually, before we move on to the games, let's take a quick look at the curve. So you can see this is very much and although it feels like a control deck, it actually ends up having a very low curve, lots of early plays. So perhaps something like a Stranglethorn Tiger, Houndmaster, or maybe even just a Chillwind Yeti could be applicable here. Okay, let's go back into the queue. We are actually on, well, sorry for the spoiler if you haven't watched the last video, but we are actually on a win streak, so I could conceivably make it to rank 11. In as few as 2 games, but I would have to win both of those games, and that's difficult to do. There has been a patch, and in addition to changing Tinkmaster and Nat Pagel, which I talked about in a video recently about what those changes mean, there's actually been a lot of other changes. So they finally fixed the minion swapping bugs, they finally fixed the floating card bugs, that's really good. Blizzard implemented the new hero card back, or the new golden heroes. And I'm kind of annoyed. Basically, to unlock a golden hero, you have to win 500 games with that hero in ranked mode. I don't understand why arena wins don't count. I just don't understand why. It's just kind of annoying. So I don't know if I'll be getting those. That's like, I don't even have 500 ranked wins total. Never mind with just a single class. So it'll be like a year before I unlock any golden heroes, I'm guessing. This opening hand's actually not bad, so we got a turn 2 play in the Sun Fury Protector. I'm not a big fan of these double deadly shots, but they're there. And the Freezing Trap could also be used to kill stuff if needed. Ah, okay. I will actually play Knife Juggler. There's a little risk with Knife Juggler in that it dies to Holy Smite. But apart from that, it and Sun Fury Protector both die to Shadow Word Pain, which is the more likely removal for a priest to have. And if I can, I might as well get an extra Knife Fling out of this Juggler, and also hit for 3 rather than for 2. So that's my rationale for playing the Knife Juggler here. Does he have... Oh my god, he has Holy Smite. Well, that was destined for the Knife Juggler eventually anyway, but it's kind of unfortunate. Alright, do I play Freezing Trap here, or do I play Violet Teacher? Well, it would seem that my opponent's got a bit of a control-y type of deck, so probably not going to be swarming the board with minions, thus I will lay a Freezing Trap and prepare to kill the stuff that he plays. It doesn't actually make any difference. One actually interesting change, you'll notice the trap is blacked out. Traps can now only be activated during your opponent's turn. This means that Redemption for Paladins no longer works, and to a lesser degree, Eye for an Eye no longer works. What other traps could trigger on your turn? I think it's just those two. I don't think any of the mage traps could trigger on your own turn, so it's really just targeting those two. He's got Shadow Word Pain for the Violet Teacher, so a complete control deck here. I'm glad I got the Freezing Shot and those deadly, and the deadly shots here, because I have a feeling those are going to be gold money, cash dollars here pretty soon. Alright, well, let's see what my opponent's got for me here. A Freezing Trap makes me feel pretty good, so Argent Commander and all that stuff's not going to work. If he keeps killing my stuff, that will be kind of annoying, admittedly. But here comes the coin. Is that for an Argent Commander? Cabal Shadow. Oh my god, that is like the worst possible thing. Jesus. Fuck. Okay, we have to do... You know what? I think I'm going to do Unleash the Hounds here. I'm going to do Deadly Shot and Unleash the Hounds. Yep. I hope it hits the Cabal Shadow Priest, obviously. And it does. Spectacular. And do I do Unleash the Hounds or do I do the Wolf? Oh, I should have done Unleash first if I wanted to. Okay, never mind. Let's just drop a Wolf. And, man, that Cabal Priest was pretty good. Hope he doesn't have another one of those. Oh my lord. Holy Nova. Oh my god. This is a really irritating game. He has done absolutely nothing except steal one creature and, you know, kill the others, and then it's all of a sudden, you know, 3 cards to his 7. So that sucks. That definitely sucks. I don't actually see how I'm going to win this game just through card advantage alone. How did I fall so far behind? I guess the Freezing Trap was -1, Cabal Priest was 1, and the Holy Nova was 1. So that explains why I fell so far behind. Alright, well, unless I manage to get a Starving Buzzard, I'm going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Okay, so I'm going to have to do another 50-50 coin flip on the deadly shot. And if it misses, then I pretty much lose. Oh my god, I got Starving Buzzard. Alright, I have enough mana to do this and then deadly shot, so I will do that. We've got to get some cards here. Explosive shot. That wouldn't have been good anyways. Well, we got lucky there. I am going to kill my former Sun Fury Protector. Because in the off chance that he doesn't have a second Holy Nova, these minions might actually survive, and I didn't want the Sun Fury Protector killing my Buzzard. I don't have that many beasts in this deck, but I've got to take every chance I can get for more cards. I do have some removal, although it might this explosive shot might actually... Oh my god, he had another Holy Nova. Well, my odds of winning now are 0. I have no card draw in this deck. He's got like 6 to my 3. I just don't see what could possibly happen. So anyway, that's great. I can't even play this Golem because you can just run in with the Northshire Cleric and heal it and draw a card, but I can't really... Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're going to kill command that and steady shot. Oh my gosh, wow, this is just one of the most obnoxious games I've played in a long time on this channel. So, we're going to take a loss here almost certainly, and that means it's going to be at least 5 wins to get up to rank 12, and very unlikely that that's actually going to, you know, happen. Oh my god, is this deck really that good? Like, it makes me wonder if maybe I should play this sort of a deck. Wow, he has these 3 toughness minions that are very difficult to deal with, but we'll do our best. So let's shoot that Yeti. Let's kill the Northshire Cleric. Steady shot. And I might as well lay Freezing Trap. Why not? There's really no reason not to. So after this Freezing Trap fires, he's going to have 5 cards to my 1. And he's obviously nowhere close to being steady shotted to death. I really don't see like any way I could possibly win. Although it's possible I'll have like a Sea Giant or something. But the thing is, he's got so many cards, the odds of him having a Mind Control or Shadow Word Death are getting pretty high. Oh man, Sun Fury Protector. He stole mine, he had his own. Alright, how far will we go before we concede? Well, we'll see. I think if there's a chance I could still top deck a minion. Oh, after I said the floating bug was fixed, that turned out to be completely false. Awkward. Good patch Blizzard, I guess, is the moral of this story. Well, he looks like he can still float the card. Oh, there we go. The card's fine. Oh, he gets a Cairn here. That's great. Kills him off my Golem. And kills off the damaged Golem as well. Heals up the Sun Fury Protector. Oh man, there's just nothing I can do here. Explosive Trap. You know, it's just... I'm sorry for those of you. For those of you who get angry when I concede, we need to get a move on here. Even if that game ends up being a win, it's just not worth the time. Do I actually go? I go back in rank, don't I? When I'm 0. No, I'm at rank 12 with 0 stars. Okay, gotcha. I actually never am quite certain how that works with the stars. I guess you can lose a star but keep that rank. Because if you're at full stars in the previous rank, you start with 1 star in the new rank. Oh well. Lost my win streak in a really kind of idiotic way. Shuddy P. And okay. I don't think I want to keep Deadly Shot. But I will keep my 2-drop Wolf here. Oh my gosh, that's... So this is... I got the high main back and then I got a worse removal card. Worse in the sense that it's more expensive. Starving Buzzard... Makes me glad I don't have... What the... Oh, makes me glad I don't have 2 of them, but it's actually his turn, but the end turn button is showing on mine. So that's a good... That bug was never there before. Some really questionable game features here. Okay, thankfully it didn't register my clicking of the end turn button on his turn. There we go. Alright. Let's Let's see if we've got a Fiery War Axe coming down the pike. Nope, no Fiery War Axe, so that's something. Does he have like a Wolf Rider maybe to kill this? Frothing Berserker, I should have figured. Well, now of course I regret that I didn't keep a Deadly Shot, because that would have been pretty great. Hey! I top deck a Deadly Shot. It all worked out. That is an annoying thing about facing off with warriors. Frothing Berserkers with their 4 health are kind of difficult for this deck to actually deal with in a respectable, credible fashion. Does he have a second one? He does not. Well, this is actually fine. So it'll get to draw cards off my wolf, but I'm okay with that. Animal Companion, is that worth it? Well, if I get the pig or the Leok, I can kill this. I'm actually going to do this. I think it's worth it. Even though, yes, Violet Teacher is good, and even though the Violet Teacher will get me a 1-1 off Animal Companion, I really think it's worth it to get this Acolyte off the field. Leok gets the job done. The reason for this is colored by a game I lost in the last video, where the warrior like had acolytes and inner rages and cruel taskmasters and wild pyromancers, and he just kept triggering his acolytes over and over and over. Ah, that's a cleave coming up. So he gets ahead a card, unfortunately, thanks to cleave. Luckily, next turn I can still play Violet Teacher. And maybe... Oh no, he doesn't have cleave. He has a Fiery War Axe. Well, that's definitely better than cleave. So he gets to kill both my minions, but he has to use a weapon to do it, and he takes damage to the face for the privilege, so I think that's alright. Okay, let's put Violet Teacher down. Swing for 2. So let's see, he's got a weapon and 7 cards. I have 6 total cards on the screen. So it's a bit of a close game. I'd say it could go either way at this point. Very glad I was able to take off that Acolyte, that's for sure. And very glad that he didn't have a cleave. I'm not sure if this warrior deck actually runs cleave or not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a control warrior. I just don't remember if control warrior does or does not do the cleave business. And I'm lucky that he didn't have a Fiery War Axe any sooner. Ah, this is definitely one of those decks. So does he have an Inner Rage in order to trigger the Pyromancer and have the... No, he has a Whirlwind. Oh no, my Violet Teacher's gonna die. God damn it. Oh, that's bad. Well, at least the Pyromancer dies as well, so it's like kind of balanced. But I'm not that thrilled by what just happened here. So he has 5 cards to my 5, and I get to drop a pretty good one. So alright, I guess it worked out in the end. Warriors have a bit of a difficult time with this high main. I think he'd need a Tink... Oh no! Tinkmaster's gone! Haha! Tinkmaster's nerfed. He's already gone. So yeah, Warriors just have a difficult time with this. It's kind of silence or bust. Or, you know, put up with the hyenas, I suppose, is also an option. And with this Buzzard here, if he does put down something that this high main can run into, I can get 2 cards off of it when the hyenas spawn. What now? Explosive Shot could be good because this thing's at 2 health. Okay. He doesn't have enough armor to be able to shield slam this high main either. You know, I think these things are looking good. I think I'm just a card down, but things are alright here. This will just die to my high main. Nat Pagel. Alright, so this is the new nerf Nat Pagel at the start of your turn, instead of at the end of your turn. Okay, we gotta think about Unleash the Hounds here. So after, let's see, if I Buzzard Hounds, there will be 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8 minions on the board. The Sea Giant will be playable. I think that is better than Explosive Shotting. So I get 3 cards, and I can actually play both Sea Giants. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Although, hold on, should I play around Brawl? God. I did have a Brawl played against me recently. I will play around Brawl, actually. Let's kill that dude. And do I want to kill this Armor Smith? I do. Even though he gains 2 armor in the deal. I don't see any reason to hit Nats. He's just replacing himself at this point. And we'll pass the turn. So yeah, I'm playing around Brawl, not playing the other Sea Giant. Because it did get used against me in a recent game, and it would have been kind of a blowout there. Oh yeah, of course, the Armor Smith was very important to kill because it preserves my Buzzard's life. Obviously the Buzzard could die easily enough with another Whirlwind or something, but I gotta make him work for it. Alright, he's gonna execute my high main. Interesting move from my rank 12 opponent, giving me 2 cards for that. That's pretty interesting. I'm not sure I would have done that myself. He's gonna armor up. Okay. So I could make a Sea Giant, but I have such overwhelming card advantage at this point, I don't even think I need to do that. I'm just gonna make a Golem. I'm gonna just Explosive Shot. Swipe Nat Smug Grin off the board. Swing for lots of damage. Okay, this game got out of control for my opponent here. Ever since I did the Buzzard Hound Sea Giant thing, and he just ran out of steam. So now a Brawl, well, Brawl, the Golem would come back, and I'd have the High Main still to play. Yeah, I think my opponent was really boned. Alright, we get a win. Too bad I didn't have that game happen first. I would have gotten an extra star that way, but whatever, I'm not gonna cry over sour grapes. That's definitely not the right expression. Okay, so the objective here is in fact to make it to the next rank. That'll be a long shot. That'll definitely be a long shot. Maybe will content myself with reaching, like, say 3 or 4 stars in this rank, so that then I can try to hit the next rank in the next video. One thing I will remind you of, though it's not relevant yet, is if a video ever goes badly, then I will do a stress test off camera, just play a bunch of games with the deck to see if it's still worth continuing on, or if it's time to try a new deck. I don't want to keep Unleash the Hounds against a Druid, because it's not likely to be relevant anytime soon. So I'll keep my 2-drop, but otherwise against Colia the Druid we'll just hang out. Alrighty, well, it's the classic Knife Juggler's Sunfury Protector combo. Actually, I'm going to call that a little bit of a non-bow, because if you play this first, you don't get to trigger the Knife Juggler, but if you play the Knife Juggler first, you get the Knife Juggler taunt, which you don't want to do. Oh my gosh, he actually has a play. Is that a Wild Growth? Or an Innervate for something? No, Ancient Watcher. Oh boy. Okay. Well, how do we do this? I think I'm going to play Knife Juggler first. Now, the reason for that is that if I drop a Wolf and the Knife hits this Watcher, I could trade the Knife Juggler for the Watcher with the Wolf's buff. Whereas with the Sunfury Protector, it'd be a little bit of a further cry. Now, if he has a Sunfury Protector, he can give this taunt. He's got a Claw. Oh my gosh. Well, either I played into not being able to kill this, or I played into Claw being useful. That's kind of sucky. If I played the Sunfury Protector, Claw would not have been effective there. Damn it. Alright. Well, maybe that's a lesson that you should just always play the Sunfury Protector first. I don't know. To avoid Holy Smites. Because we saw the Knife Juggler die to Holy Smite, and we saw it die to a Claw. Oh my gosh, what is that? Druid of the Claw. Alright. Well, we got trouble here. So I could either Freezing Trap and play Wolf. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I think it's really worth it to get this stuff down. I'm just hope for the best. Although this seems to be the Watcher Druid deck, and because I let the Knife Juggler die to Claw, I'm in more trouble than I ought to have been. Like, he wouldn't have had enough mana to play Claw if I'd played Knife Juggler the following turn, and ended up not having Sunfury Protector. There's Claw number 2. Is he going to Shapeshift to kill this, or is he just going to kill the Wolf? He's going to kill the Wolf. Fair enough. Now, is he going to get into a staring contest with me, or is he going to attack? I think maybe this is one of the few times a staring contest would have been okay. Just because, what am I supposed to do against a 4-6 taunt? Deadly Shot's not effective. Explosive Shot's not effective. He's going to let it bite the Freezing Trap, though, which I'm okay with. Does he have a Sunfury Protector? Mark of the Wild. Oh, man. Well, I don't have any silences in this deck. I need a Deadly Shot, and I didn't get one. But Tracking could come up with it. Digging 3 cards deep into my deck. No! No Deadly Shot. Shit. Alright, we'll take a High Main here. Place Engine. And I'd say that I'm very far behind at this point. Card-wise, I'm doing okay, because there's 2 cards in one. But, I mean, this is a Control Druid. Oh my gosh, is he really? Okay, he might have a Swipe coming up soon. This is a problem. This is a problem. Animal Companion. I could do this and the Hounds for 2 cards, but the problem is then I still have, what, 7 damage? I'd have to throw everything into this Ancient Watcher to kill it. Nope, we're going to go for it here. Let him swipe me if he wishes. But I want to try to use this to kill the Ancient Watcher. Far shot, I know, but might as well give it a shot. Because if this thing survives the turn, then I can play Buzzard, Hounds, draw 2 cards, throw this away, draw more cards. No, he has the swipe, because of course he does. Because of course he does. Does he have more removal to get rid of this engine? It would appear that he does not. He just is going to Shapeshift. Alright, well, I got a couple of options here. I could do Knife Juggler, Buzzard, Hounds, or I could do Buzzard, Hounds, Animal Companion. One problem is I'm actually going to run out of space, but I'm going to do Knife Juggler, Buzzard. Ooh, that was a good fling. And then Hounds. So we'll... Oh no, I only get one Hound now. Alright, well I guess we're going to do the Animal Companion then. The bear is actually the worst one, because Leok would have let me trade up easier, and the pig would have let me just throw itself away. Do I attack into this thing to bring it down? 3, 5, 7. I can't see that being correct. I'm not going to do it. Although now a swipe would just murderate me. Alright. Alright, we're going to do it. So that my stuff doesn't just die pointlessly to swipe. Well, this is kind of like the priest game where he's just killing everything. And I don't have any more answers to big things he might play, like Ancient of War here. Oh, he had the other swipe. Why did he have the swipe? Because of course he did. Well, I just don't know what to do. I mean, if Druid's got both swipes, it is really hard for this deck to function. So I think the priest and the Druid were just bad matchups for this deck, which are inclined to have lots of cheap cards. All right, look at this, folks. Look at these explosive traps. Imagine if they were like some kind of legendary or something. I might actually have a chance. Like if one of these were like Ragnaros or something, I could just drop it down and then shoot him for 8. Maybe worth considering making a change. For some kind of high-end minion. He's gonna Wrath. Lord. You know, probably I shouldn't have used Knife Juggler that turn. Probably. Yeah, that might have been my big mistake, is using Knife Juggler, because if I just played Buzzard Hounds, I would have drawn more cards, and then I could have kept the Knife Juggler for later, but... Oh, he's a Healing Touch. Okay, so he goes down a card. I guess I'm alright with that. I could still win here. I could still win. I mean, he's got 4 cards. He clearly doesn't have any sort of big things to drop. He hasn't drawn his big money yet. Let's, you know, keep on going for it. I don't know why I laid an Explosive Trap. You know, this Explosive Trap's just never going to be relevant. I'm just going to play it. If he wants to Shapeshift and trigger it, that's fine. Yeah. We'll see what we can do here. I've got another High Main and both Sea Giants still in my deck, and I could play those. It could happen. Man, those Explosive Traps were awful. Like, if they'd been Chillwind Yetis, I could actually probably win this game. Druid of the Claw for taunt. Oh, yeah, this is the guy that got frozen up earlier. Oops. Violet Teacher. Alright. Oh, man, I can't kill this even if I use Unleash the Hounds. That's hilarious.
Pay attention, class.
You know, I'm going to do it anyway.
I am ready to learn.
And we're going to pass the turn. Yeah, we're not going to charge with that Hound. We're just going to get that student out here. And hope we get our Deadly Shot. Which I think there's still 2 of in this deck. Ah, he has a Ragnaros. Wow. Nice animation. Alrighty. That's a loss. Should I take out the Explosive Trap right now? Worth considering. It's my face is probably for the best. Sea Giant! Yes! Alright, let's do this. Do this. That. Steady Shot. Pass the turn. We're in a little bit of trouble here. Well, by little I mean I'm almost certainly guaranteed to lose. But you know what? It was my played decision to play the Knife Juggler, combined with my using Explosive Traps in the deck. So really, there were things I could have potentially done to actually have a chance at winning this game. He's gonna get his own Giant. That's alright. Oh no, he's copying Rag. Oh, Big Game Hunter. Lord. Well played, sir. Well played. Well, there's no way I can win. I can't burn enough with 1 card. Oh, look at that Deadly Shot. I already told him well played. Okay, well that sucked. I think, though, the Priest and Druid games here were pretty educational. And I think, furthermore, that it is time to take out those Explosive Traps. I've been convinced. So if we want to start running up against lots of aggro, like if I lose 2 games to aggro, I'll put these back in. But for now, I just want some big minions. What do we want to do here? Argent Commander? Ogre? You know, 5 drops seem like they could be good. Let's see. Azure Drake, probably not actually worth it. There's really nothing but, like, Kill Command and Explosive Shot. Yeah, that doesn't seem worth it. Let's put in a Faceless Manipulator. And let's just put in one of my favorite minions, the Stranglethorn Tiger. So we got some 5-drops in the deck now. Watch me like choke on my expensive cards in my hand and then lose. But let's give it a shot. See how it works. I usually do my experimenting off camera, but here we're doing some experimenting on camera. Take a sip of good luck water. So we lost 2 and won 1. I think the priest card would have crushed me no matter what. The druid I could have won with different deck design, and the warrior I smashed. So let's see how things go against Baby Kitty the warlock here. Got a 2-drop, which is nice. Probably don't need 2 freezing traps, but I'll keep 1 in case of aggro. Now that I don't have explosive trap, answers to aggro are more important. I only have 1 explosive shot in the deck, but it is showing up an awful lot. And we do, in fact, run up against an aggro deck by our friend the Warlock here. Okay, I'm going to actually play out the Knife Juggler. Make him use some removal. Unless he has Soulfire, if he's using removal, then he's not playing more minions, and slowing down the aggro deck is definitely worth it. Plus, if he doesn't have removal, I can actually just kill this Voidwalker, which would be cool. He's got removal. Man, this is the 3rd time that the Knife Juggler has died to something that deals 2 damage. Quite frustrating, and I wish I had the coin now, of course, so that I could do back-to-back animal companions, but we'll just have to do that later. So, all in all, I've lost my coin, and I'm down a card thanks to Freezing Trap. It seems unlikely this would get replayed anytime soon, so that'll be dead for a while. And then he's got his own Knife Juggler. Does he have more stuff? He's got another Voidwalker. Shit. Well, that sucks. So, the good news is that Explosive Shot will kill this, but the bad news is I have to wait some turns to do that. The Leok would be bad, the Bear's alright. Pig would have been best, it would have let me kill the Voidwalker straight away. I'm really craving Explosive Shot, but I have to wait another turn. Murloc Tidehunter, alrighty. Gets 2 Knifelings, and I think that's actually probably pretty good, that 1 hit my face and 1 hit the Bear. If they had both hit the Bear, that probably would have been bad. Will he throw away the Knife Juggler? No, he has a Soulfire, because of course he does. Man, this could start to be a little bit dire. Depending on his next play. We're going to do Animal Companion hoping for the pig. Oh no, I got the worst one. So I'm neither taunting nor killing. That was bad. So Explosive Shot might not actually carry me far enough. And he's just getting ahead on cards with free life taps. Oh man, this is one of those like combo Murloc decks that like is Murlocs and other stuff. And his minions are actually quite well positioned so that Explosive Shot is extremely ineffective. He put the War Leader over here. Alright, I think what we have to do is this. Because that kills the Knife Juggler and one of the Murlocs. And if he has more Murlocs, they're still going to get this buff, but I just have to risk it. So he's ahead on cards, ahead on life, and ahead on the board. That's pretty gross. I have not drawn any of my replacements for Explosive Trap, so it wouldn't have made a difference here. Like Tidehunter's a 3/3 because I didn't kill this thing. Oh, he has another War Leader. Are you goddamned kidding me? Shit. Well, this is too late for the high main. And I missed both War Leaders. Well, that's the game. I'm not going to give it well played. He just played minions and then attacked me with them. He got the Soulfire when he needed it. He had the Murloc War Leader when he needed it. And that's a loss. So we didn't really actually get any conclusive evidence one way or the other about those explosive traps. But I will say, if I had them and drawn them, I would have been okay. Oh, I see. So the star actually disappears from here. So basically a full star here is the same as empty stars there. Okay. So the total number of stars doesn't change, but what rank you are is affected. Alright, well, this has been a pretty bad video here. We've lost 3-1-1 after going on an epic win streak in the last one. That's a bit disconcerting, but you can see decks like that, you know, are the reason why explosive traps are in there. It's just in that game I wouldn't have won anyway. But if I had top decked like Stranglethorn Tiger, that would have been depressing. Infamous, is that the same Warlock we just played or a different one? I can't remember the other one's name. So I don't know if this is the aggro deck or not. Kill Command's probably too slow, but I will keep the Golem because that can sometimes slow down aggro decks. Knife Juggler. Man, this Knife Juggler has not been surviving very well. It's 3 times it's been played, and 3 times it's died to some sort of 2 damage thing. There's the end turn button bug again. Yeah, this is definitely aggro. And he's going to go ahead and coin it up for a Voidwalker. Sigh. Oh my gosh. Hey, look at that. That would have been good as an explosive trap. Let's see, though. We won't pass any judgment yet. So we're threatening to kill something with Knife Juggler. Does he have the Murloc again? Or Soulfire? I also flipped a Leok when it wasn't conducive to my interests to do so. Alright, he just trades up, and honestly, that's great. That's great, because at least he doesn't add to the board at all. So, I am going to play Animal Companion, because it gives me a chance to kill the Voidwalker. You know, I didn't kill the Voidwalker, at least I'm throwing up a Taunter in the way, so he's got to use some removal to kill it, hopefully not Soulfire. Since he traded the Flame Imp for the Knife Juggler, I think he doesn't have Soulfire. I bet he'd use a Soulfire against it. Knife Juggler and Shield Bearer. He's really protecting that Knife Juggler. Luckily, the thing hits my face. Oh, that's good. Okay, so here, I think the move is to track and play the Golem. What do I want? You know, actually, cool as these cards are, I'm going to just take Kill Command, and I'm just going to kill this Knife Juggler, as well as the Voidwalker. Okay, now we're hanging in there a little bit better. Actually, there's a small chance I might have breathing room next turn to play this Stranglethorn Tiger. The patch notes say that there are animations now that better show how stealth is overriding taunt. There's a possibility here with the Sunfury Protector that we'll get to see what these animations are like exactly. Card-wise, I'm not actually ahead because of life taps. Actually, I think this is a different deck. He has a Soulfire. Okay, so now I'm ahead on cards, but this is not the same deck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's different. Okay, well, here we go. Let's do the Tiger. So next turn, I can like do Animal Companion and Sunfury Protector, or maybe Golem and Sunfury Protector, depending on how things go, but definitely Sunfury Protector to put taunt on this Tiger. He's gonna life tap. Fair enough. And another Scarlet Crusader. Man, stuff like this makes me want to play Blood Knight. That's a tech move against annoying shenanigans. Alright, I could also Deadly Shot here and then not play the Sunfury Protector. Or I could Deadly Shot and play one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's kill this Shield Bearer. Let's Deadly Shot to get rid of one of these guys. Oh, oh my god, I totally could have put Sunfury Protector down and seen what it looks like. Well, we'll have to wait for a future day to find out what it looks like when a stealth minion is taunted. So 5 cards to 5, doing alright. He's lost some cards to Soulfire, but of course he's also gained cards due to being a Warlock. Alright, he's losing some more life. I like that a lot. Doomguard will kill my Stranglethorn Tiger, and he had a Leroy in there. Right, so basically he's emptied his whole hand out. Yep, let's do this. Animal Companion, get a 1/1 token. Hope for the pig. Got a bear. It's actually alright. Depending on what he top decks, the bear could be good. Because these are 3 power minions. He'd need a Mortal Coil or something, and he threw a Mortal Coil away already. I've been flipping a lot of these bears. He's going to trade Doomguard for the bear, which is totally fine in my books. The Flame Imp gets to kill the student, which is a shame, but that's alright. I'm okay with that. He's opening himself up to Unleash the Hounds here, potentially. He's really opening himself up to Unleash the Hounds. Okay, he's really opened wide for Unleash the Hounds. Do I actually get Unleash the Hounds and punish him for it? I do not. But let's just drop our 4-drop army here. And kill off the Scarlet Crusader. Well, I'd say that I'm ahead on the board. He can get ahead on cards via life tap, but he's got to be careful, because now that we're in the endgame, I can just start steady shotting a whole bunch and potentially burn him out. Also, if I top deck a spell, these Violet Teachers are going to go crazy. Alright, he's going to throw it away. Okay, so this is good. This means he didn't get answers from his hand to deal with things better. Did he get this other Mortal Coil? He did, so he's got some card advantage here. But I'm still ahead on the board because the Violet Teacher can kill this Golem. I also have my own Golem. Savannah Vargas means the Violet Teacher takes some more damage, but I still have this Golem here. And Savannah Hymane's pretty good card. I'm just going to play minions in lieu of steady shotting. So he's getting more ahead on cards, but this is a pretty fantastic minion, as is the Golem, under the current circumstances. So I feel like my chances are decent, but admittedly the fact that I'm out of cards is a problem. And he can still life tap, so he's just getting way, way ahead. All I need is like Unleash the Hounds, though, and we're in really good shape. Or a Sea Giant, for that matter. Stranglethorn Tiger was good this game, I suppose. Faceless Manipulator I'd be pretty happy to see as well. Does he have a Hellfire? What's he doing? No. He's going to buff it up and have it trade against the High Main. No, he's going to Soulfire. Interesting. So that was actually just doing nothing. Okay, good to know. Hitting my face! Whoa, I don't think that was right. I think he really needed to kill my Violet Teacher here. Faceless Manipulator currently does not have any good targets, so I will actually just not use it. Let's Steady Shot, kill that thing. Now, do I hit him in the face with all this stuff? 3, 5, 7, he's down to 5. No, I think it's actually, might as well just keep it simple, keep it safe. Clear the board. We've got the board, he has nothing. He's dead in 6 turns to Steady Shot. I got Faceless in case he drops some kind of a crazy legendary. Okay, he's dead in 5 turns. Less if these guys get to attack. Knife Juggler does absolutely nothing. So he can kill off one of my minions. Oh man, that's insult to injury right there. The knife missed. But even if the knife had hit, I was still going to probably win that game. I had plenty of health, and I had answers. I like these new, they always take the time to make new animations. Okay, so let's do one more game then. If I get the next one, I move back up to rank 12, which is where I started, but then I will be, you know, 2/3 of the way to a win streak. I think it's 3 games as a win streak, I think. So it'll be a nice place to start the next one. It didn't make any progress, but I did make a change to the deck. And the deck, I think, is fine. I think just that the Druid was, the Priest and the Warlock who beat me, those were bad matchups, but the Druid I could have definitely won if I had played differently or had a different build. Snurp is the name. This hand does not instill too much confidence. Let's do it like this, where we get the 2-drop and the 3-drop. Hey, we even get a turn 1 play. Look at that. What would I want to keep? Probably like a 4-drop, if I got one. Or maybe even just like a 5-drop or something big for later. Depends on, I guess, if she has a Mana Worm. No Mana Worm. Alright, Sea Giant, so I don't need to keep that. Let's track it up. Wow. Well, these are difficult choices here. I think it has to be either the Manipulator or the Trap. Cute as the buff would be. Alright, let's take the Manipulator. This would have been an Explosive Trap in the olden days, and then I would have taken Freezing Trap, probably. But the reason for this is that if she does get ahead of me with something big by being a control deck, then I've got this in my back pocket to copy it. And indeed, okay, I'm actually gonna, since I drew that Golem, I'm gonna coin it out, because I've got the Animal Companion next turn, and then I can actually use this thing's ability someday. I mean, I would have played it if coining out the, like if I hadn't drawn a 3-mana minion, I would have played this out. I didn't think the coin was worth using. But since I got a reasonable alternative, I might as well keep this ability alive, as it were. I am noticing that Knife Juggler has not been impressing me much. It's possible that I should actually replace the Knife Juggler with something better. Alright, there's my other, these are my explosive traps here. Let's check out what we got. Leok or the bear would be good. Got the bear, excellent. The pig is what would have been really bad here, because the pig would have just died to this golem for no real profit. I would have had to use my golem to finish it off. That would have been kind of annoying. Chillwind Yeti, I'm actually alright with that. That's fine. It's not really a problem. Especially because it dies to Kill Command. I don't actually often get to use Kill Command for 5 damage, but I do here. And we're going to just do the same thing we did last turn, which is swing on by. I don't really see the need to kill this golem. I might pay for that, but that's the risk I take. I like keeping it alive too because it might make the Sea Giant potentially playable. There's a Mana Worm, so she does have him. She just didn't have it on turn 1. Arcane Missiles, I mean, I was really hoping for a mirror image. That would have made Sea Giant playable. Well, the Arcane Missiles did their job. They hit the bear twice, so the Golem actually got to finish off my bear. Just going to draw 2 cards. So this Mana Worm's pretty big. Sea Giant is not playable. Kill Command again. Alright, we're going to play this Tiger here. I think it's important to get that down. And I don't know if I should keep racing or if I should kill this thing. I'm just gonna trade this thing off. That's fine. So, oh, that's kind of cool. That's enough the animation. So she can now ping this off and have it die, but I feel like that's all right because that's spending a third of her mana to not do worse things to me. And I've got all my health so far. Water Elemental. Oh, please don't play more minions. No! I didn't want that to happen because now if I could have killed this worm, I could have deadly shot at this guy, but the Sun Fury Protector, of course, crushes all those dreams. Alright, what do we do here? Well, let's draw our card before we do anything else. So I could kill command something and then deadly shot, but that's a coin flip. Ugh. Alright, let's play Sea Giant. And let's kill Water Elemental. My life totals are right enough that I'm willing to take a risk and do this Sea Giant. Mana Worm number 2 is making me a little bit scared. She's got a Fireball, which is not the perfect answer, so she's going to have to throw away the Sun Fury Protector. This guy being frozen is a real problem. Oh no, please don't do more things. Oh, she's just going to Fire Blast my Tiger. Fair enough. Okay. So what we're going to do here, I think, is play the Senjin. And let's kill command the big one. Pass the turn. So card-wise, even after this Tiger dies, it's 5/5, with my minion being slightly better than hers. I've got Deadly Shot and Freezing Trap for answers, got this to copy things. I think I'm doing alright here. I think I'm doing alright. So what I can do now is kill this Mana Worm and Freezing Trap and Manipulator. So she probably knows that this is a Freezing Trap, because that would be the best thing she could have. And I think this is actually Trump's budget deck. Oh wait, why didn't I use Deadly Shot? I should have just Deadly Shotted and killed this. I'm sorry folks, I got so excited about using Freezing Trap, I just totally forgot about Deadly Shot. That would have been better because it would have permanently removed this rather than temporarily. So that was a foolish mistake on my part. She is going to run into the Freezing Trap, because they always do, and I think that's probably fair. Does she have something to do with 4 mana? She does, she has the Golem. That's unfortunate because it means that it's hard to use Deadly Shot to kill this Drake. Alright. So, let's see. I could actually go for the race here. That is worth considering. I could just swing for 9 damage, take her down to, what is that? 13, down to 11. It's not exactly low enough for me to feel comfortable. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to just take a coin flip. Yeah, I'm going to take a coin flip. It was a calculated risk here. I think that was a reasonable risk because if it killed the Golem, I could have finished off with Senjin and then still Deadly Shotted the other thing. Here, I can do this now. Steady Shot. We're in decent shape. This Golem is mucking up my Deadly Shots, but I do have a lot of damage on the board for her to deal with, including this Ogre. If she fireballs and whatever the Ogre, then I've got 5 damage, which at this point 5 damage is kind of serious. And indeed, she concedes. Okay, so yeah. Faceless Manipulator, good. Stranglethorn Tiger, I'm a little bit undecided. But we get our daily quest, and we get 3 gold, and oh yeah, World of Warcraft mount, thanks, that's awesome. Okay, well, lots of gold raining in. Started off kind of tough, ended on a positive note, and we're basically back to where we started. So I think I will actually do a little bit of stress testing since we didn't make any progress in this video to see if this deck is worth playing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and or subscribing, and I'll see you soon for some more Quest to Legend. Till then.